current biggest threat to public health is climate change, because it's going to cause shortages of things like water. The food supply chain is going to be interrupted because the ecosystems will be becoming unbalanced. It's also going to lead possibly to conflict, where people are fighting over areas where there's more resources, for example, and we've seen already the effect on things like our oceans. So, the whole ecosystem is challenged by climate change.
Where your meat comes from again, and then B, which meats you are eating. So obviously things like pork and beef have the most environmental impact.
Intensive agriculture contributes, taking up a lot of land for cattle breeding. Breeding cattle for beef is not a good use of land.
Factory farming in general, the way that Western people do it is it releases a lot of carbon dioxide and sound.
Also, cattle, for example, they produce quite a lot of methane, which is contributing to greenhouse gases.
Produced meat now, especially in Western countries, has a very detrimental effect on the environment. The methane that comes from cows.
In terms of meat consumption, it certainly thought there may well be an increased risk of bowel cancer, but also there's a higher amount of saturated fat in red meat specifically.
The studies have shown it lowers cholesterol, lowers blood pressure, it helps with diseases like diabetes and heart disease as well. So it can definitely help your health.
In the UK, I think we eat perhaps more than twice the average world amount of red meat.
We eat so much meat now, whereas years ago when it was just on a farm, you would only have meats every now and then, but now it's eating every single day so much meat.
So over consumption of red and fatty meats, these things are linked to high cholesterol, heart disease, things like diabetes. Also, a lot of high levels of red meat consumption can also lead to some cancers such as colon cancers. So there is a link between eating high levels of fatty or lots of red meat or lots of processed meat and these sort of diseases.
That's not to say you need to overhaul your entire diet.
Making one small change makes one big difference.
Would you be willing to change your food habits if it positively impacted your health and the environment?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
All of these people said yes. so why not you?
We have this idea that we need so many proteins and that we need a lot of protein in our daily consumption, but really that's not true, and you can also get it from plant sources.
Vegan meals can be normal meals, like they did make like vegan mac and cheese and vegan burgers, but then they don't always have to replicate like normal meat meals. Like they can also just be like a really good salad.
In terms of the food, I really enjoy cooking vegan food. I really enjoy thinking about the flavours that are used in the cooking.
Even just eating more plant-based, there's more fibers coming into your body.
They are becoming more conscious of what they're putting in their mouths.
You're eating more vegetables, even unconsciously, because you're eating less meat and you're eating more fruits. And those have so many valuable vitamins that you really need. Whereas meat, it doesn't really have that much. It has those fats.
I think definitely tofu. It's just a good soy product. It's really high in protein. Tempeh is a fermented soy. That's really good for you as well. Edamame beans, like legumes, chickpeas, beans. There's so many sources really. Nuts, seeds, but they're so cheap. They're literally like 60p for like 1 can of chickpeas. So it's actually cheaper than buying meat. And they're high in fibre and they're high in so many other nutrients and minerals, so that they're definitely better for you than eating a meat protein.
A lot of what I eat is veg, which is cheaper than meat anyway. And then protein, stuff like pulses, beans and lentils, tofu.
The price of vegetables in comparison to the price of meat is definitely like significantly lower. And I think even with like beans and like the sources of protein, you can buy them in bulk at like fairly cheap prices, and then I think like opportunity cost in the long run of sticking to those beans as opposed to the meat.
I feel healthy. I feel on top of my nutrition. I feel on top of the protein that I get. I feel strong, I'm fit and able to do everything. To make your one small change journey easier,
We've made you an app where you can find delicious recipes,
track the positive impact your changes are making,
and we'll even pair you up with a buddy to share your progress with.
Do you believe making one small change to your diet would have a big impact overall?
Yes, everybody now is trying to find a different, healthy way to eat.
Yeah. I think it would, yeah.
I think many people have the idea that when we talk about eating more plant-based, it's going completely plant-based or completely vegan, and that's not entirely necessary, although it's great if you do that and if it works for you and your health and everything. But I think even just reducing the amount of meat that you eat in a week or a day, that still has a massive effect, because you're still doing it and it will still have a domino effect on everyone else, because reducing just even a little bit still has that effect.
Yeah, I think every small change makes a difference, no matter how big or small. So even if you're just like cutting meat out of one meal, that's like towards the right direction.
it didn't feel like too much of a compromise to give up meat from my diet. The environmental advantages and the advantages to health, sort of all of these things just combined to give me less of a motive why I should be vegan, and sort of more of just a why wouldn't I.
Download our app
and follow us on Instagram to join our One Small Change movement today.